that we put in our house that really, really brings the season all together. It's where you sit around and you have those moments that you'll remember for years and years and years. It's where you see the joy in the kid's face. It's where you put those ornaments on that have the meaning from 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. It's what calms you down at the end of a busy holiday day. And today, as our #1 value of the day, we can get that tree, that beautiful Fraser fir, which happens to be the most popular tree that people go for to pick in the real version. We have it in such a beautiful, beautiful artificial version, already pre-lit with hundreds and hundreds of lights for you in technology that you're not going to find anywhere else. But the value goes away at the end of the day or when we run out, and already about 8,000 of these have been picked up today. All you have to do is pick your size, because everything else has been done for you. 7 different light functions. There's no more deciding between, do we do steady lights, do we do white lights, do we do color lights, do we do morphine lights? We've got everything for you, but you do have to choose which size you're going to get. Now the 5-foot has been very, very popular, and it is notoriously here at QVC because you can put it in multiple different rooms. Pick up a couple of these, ship to the same address, save on shipping and handling. You're getting this home for a savings of more than $370, 6 easy payments of $38 on your major credit card for today only. That has more than 240 lights on it. The 6.5-foot, pardon me, right here, you save more than $525. 420 lights on that, and you get that home on your major credit card for 6 easy payments. Notice we've got the pastel look to it as well. You can make it change from your steady to your twinkling, from the white to the color, to the faster version as well if you're having a party or something like that. It's wonderful. We also have the 7.5-foot tree, which is the most popular. Many people picking that up because it seems to be what fits best in a home. And just imagine yourself looking up. Imagine yourself being able to put this up in minutes, and we're going to show you how you do that here in just a second, all on your own, without having to get somebody to carry in a tree, having to deal with needles, having to get your husband to put it together, or having to put your husband to put it in the stand, having to saw anything. And then if you really want to have that tree for the holidays, if you really want to bring the entire family to your home to gather around, to open up the gifts and to enjoy the season, there's the 9-foot. Isn't it gorgeous? Your savings here is more than $1,000, and you get it on 6 easy payments of $94.83. Take a look at this value. It's what blows us away. If you go onto Google, go onto Bing, look at your favorite store, whatever it might be, you will find these for $1,000 more in the 9-foot. It's $1,000 at retail for the 7.5. You get this home for less than half. For the 6.5-foot, $349 and 6 easy payments of $58.17. And then the 5-foot, we're nearly giving away, which is I think what I'm going to be picking up. We've got very low ceilings. It's such a great value, and you get it home with all of the elegance and the joy and the ease that you expect from Santa's Best. And speaking of ease and relaxation, just sit right there. It's fine. Don't you worry.
Oh.
Dan's with us. Good to see you again.
I'm just spending a little time with my remote, my lazy boy.
This is all you have to do. There's no plugging in, unplugging, replugging in. There's no trying to figure out different lights, fighting with the kids and the husband over, do I want the white, do I want the colored? And then don't even get me started on the actual having to get the tree into the home and clean up after it, if it's real.
It's ease. It's completely turnkey with so much technology that we've been building for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years at least now, but it's really the convenience and it's the beauty that is this Fraser fir tree. I mean, I grew up with Fraser firs my entire life. You know, I'm not an arborist, but I can tell you what, this looks identical. I mean, it really
does. And in fact, we're going to get in close. What camera are we on over here, just so I can see? I just want to make sure I can get my hand in here. The needles are so realistic, and they're not prickly, which you might find on some artificial trees. I feel like when you run into it or when you touch it, it kind of like hurts your fingers. It's super, super soft. You've got different looks. You've got different materials in here too. You can tell. So like the underbrush of a real tree would look different from the exterior, which is how it is here. The color is done so well. Santa's Best were the first people to put lights on an artificial tree. I mean, they've been doing this for more than 100 years, correct?
That's right, yeah.
So they have just done the best job that you've ever seen on an artificial tree. I've never been an artificial tree girl. I've always said, gotta have real. Right. Until I came here to QVC and I've seen what Santa's Best is able to do, how real they look, and then the ease. You love decorating. You love the feeling of having a tree in your home, but then you're finding needles until March. The dog likes to snuggle up into it and causes a problem, which is my dog. Or like what happened years ago when I was little, my stepfather, we went to go pick up a tree, put it on top of the car, fell off, had to carry it on his back the rest of the way home. This is so much easier.
That's just not the holidays. That's not the fun that you like to hear about. Also, you don't want to hear about, you know, I don't want color lights this year. I want clear lights, or I don't want clear lights. I want to get color lights. I know my kids, they win every year. So now everybody wins. I finally get my clear lights at night after they go to bed.
I love the clear lights too. I'm a clear light girl.
It's just, to me, it's just such a beautiful look. And this clear light is a warm white. So even though they're LED bulbs, they look like incandescents. And you know, that's what Santa's Best has been working on for all these years, is translating the LED into an incandescent look.
You get this home on 6 easy payments. Do you see how low of a price this is? We could only do this on a today's special value, and then that value's gone. And in fact, if we do have any left, this is the only order of the season. So we can't get any more of these back in stock after these are gone. But chances are, with a today's special value and a value that saves you more than $1,000, and depending on what size you're getting, these aren't going to last through the day anyway. Your retail here is anywhere from $600 for the 5-foot up to $1,600 for the 9-foot. Take me through the different functions, because there's 7 different functions, 7 different light choices in one tree, in one remote, no changing anything, no working with your foot, all right there on the remote. And there's no fighting anymore about who gets what.
Yeah, and this is where all the changing is going to be done. Me sitting in the Lazy Boy at home changing my lights. It's so cool. This is our first function here. This is our multi. It's just a steady multi. Beautiful for those that love their multi.
That's so Christmas to me.
And it's so vibrant, the colors. They have a purple, which I always struggle to find when I'm looking for lights, to get an actual purple that looks, you know, so vibrant. And then of course the traditionalists, they have, you know, the clear, soft lights that we were talking about, the warm white, but all in that LED technology, which is going to have a lot of savings, which we can talk about
and
a little bit.
And this is great too, because you don't know, this is a tree that's going to last you years and years and years and years. What if you move? What if you change decor? Your tree will still match if you want that crisp white, or if you want the pastel look.
The pastel, this is so neat. This is introduced this year. You know, our friends told us that they love the pastel look. You know, the QVC customer, they reached out to us and they said, listen, that pastel, when it morphs in between, it's
really pretty.
It's pretty. That, you know, is there any way to freeze it? So through working with our engineers, we've been able to stop that light in the middle, so it gives it that pastel. So you see, you have those jewel tones, and if you're decorating in Victorian style, or you know, if you want to leave the tree up longer, it really is a different, you know, different that you're not going to see this out in the marketplace.
So we've gone through 3. You've got more choices. You can also do the
slow fade. So this will start in your warm white, and it will slowly fade out. You'll see, and then it will reverse back up.
Neat.
And sort of come right into your, so for those that don't want to decide, or you both want to win, you can have both. And here's another function that we have that is what we call flash on our remote, and all of them are labeled on the remote, so there's no problem telling which technology that you're on. And this is going to toggle back and forth between your warm white and your multi. So you'll see that it sort of moves back and forth. And then we have 2 fun ones, 2 for the kiddies. The twinkle features. This is
you got the party going on.
Yeah, this is the twinkle, and it's so mesmerizing because basically the twinkle goes through those 3 different functions of the steady. It goes through your clear, your multi, and your pastel, and it gives it sort of like a glistening effect.
This is the 7.5-foot, which is very popular, but I will let you know if you're shopping for the 6.5-foot, that is the most popular. That one's back here. Many people dialing in for that one right now. On your major credit card, you're saving more than $525, and you can break it apart into 6 easy payments. If you want that 6.5-foot, for all of them, you can do that. But here's the value. 6 easy payments of $58.17 a month for the next 6 months. Get it now. Get it home. You don't have to think about what, because you have to put the tree up first. I mean, that's truly what brings everybody together for the holidays. So you have that done. You're taking care of it over the next 6 months, and it's going to last you. This is not something like in a real tree or in a less desirable artificial tree that's only going to last you for the season or for the year or for a couple of years. These will go with you from year to year to year, to home, to room to room. And think about picking up that 5-foot so you can get it into different rooms. Put one in the kids' kids' room, in the dining room, decorate different parts of the home. Let's talk about all the features that come here. We work really, really hard with Santa's Best for a today's special value to make it perfect for you.
Yeah, this is our fully featured tree. This is years of research and years of making this work. That's our easy power technology, the operative word being easy, because all the power is safely housed in that trunk, and it only takes minutes to get together out of your box. And then your 7 function LED lights. As we're talking about, the LED technology has come such a long way that it looks like incandescent, but has all the functionality.
Sure does.
No longer choosing.
And we're going to talk about continuous on. So if one of those goes out, not going to have to worry about the rest of the tree.
Yeah, great point. And then here's a light function control box underneath that'll be housed to the bottom of your tree, just as a backup in case you lose your remote. But no worries, call Santa's Best and they'll help you replace it. Continuous on, as you were mentioning. How many times have you fought in the garage with trying to find that light bulb that's out? And then the Fraser fir, the most sort of iconic tree that you find around the Christmas holiday season, what they consider the, the Cadillac of all Christmas trees.
It truly is. It was, in case you were wondering, it was named by a British botanist, or Scottish botanist. Scottish botanist. And it is the most popular tree in America that people choose for a Christmas tree, so it's beautiful. We're going to show you how easy this is.
Yep.
I could do it. Hi, how's it going?
Brenda's going to walk us through. She has set this tree up probably more times than anybody, than you will set it up in your life. I mean,
it's so easy. You don't break a sweat.
Yeah, that's it.
So we laid out the 3 pieces here. So you start with your stand. It's just a simple X stand. And then your first is the base. And you just pop it right in here. There's no wrong way to do it. There's nothing to line up. It just connects in. You plug it in. Your lights are on and good to go.
How simple is that?
Watch this. This
and each
is really
piece
cool.
is really light. I mean, I don't want you to think this is hard to do at all. Again, just pop it in. No lining anything up. You can kind of go like this if you want to get a certain look, but it really just goes down on its own.
Can I see? I just wanted to see how heavy they are, because I want to, oh my goodness.
Really nothing.
This is super lightweight. I know this is the smaller piece, but I mean, honestly.
Do the top part.
I'm going to do the top. Oh, you want to see the end?
Yeah,
see, here it is. The power's all housed in the rod, right?
Yep.
And you can't see it. That's the other thing. And like some of these other artificial trees that might have lights on them, I feel like it's too, you see the wires too much. You barely see anything here. Look at that.
Look at that.
First time, ladies and gentlemen, live television. I'm trying to figure out if I want to get the 5 foot, the 6.5 from my house. And so what really matters to me, and I know it does to you too, is the realistic look of it, how easy it is. Because the reason I'm going to artificial is because I can't get my husband to be around enough on the weekends to put things up and the lights up, and then there's bad words when things don't work very well. This is so much easier. Look at the different rooms that you can put these in, and we're going to take a walk around the set as well, so you can see some of the places where we put these. They just look beautiful, and you don't have to worry about the pets and the kids and, is it gonna die, and is it a fire hazard and all that.
Right, yeah, exactly as you're talking about. And you know what, the beauty of the Fraser is that it gives you that depth. We built this tree from the inside out, whereas you see some of those, real artificial looking trees, very fake looking trees, they build only on the outside. So they're just a branch coming out. Where we start from the back and build out. That gives you that depth that you want. This way you can have those bigger ornaments, those heavier ornaments that I for one have a bunch of heirloom ornaments. And we hang them in here with ease, and it also gives you that decorator style, being able to get that depth in there.
It really is those nice bigger branches, and you can see at the top of the landing for the smaller size if you want. Your big guy right there, front and center in the home. Don't you love that look when you can look into somebody's home from the window and you can see their tree? There's something magical about that. That could be yours.
You were saying about that 5 foot. That's a great point. Look at that. That is on a little pedestal. It's so versatile that you can put it on a pedestal, or you can flank your fireplace. It really has a lot of different, that we only introduced last year. The 5 footer, you're not going to find that really in the marketplace. So it really gives you a lot of different places you can put it in a kid's room, and it's got some fun things that you can do with it.
8,500 of these picked up so far today. Please don't wait. Our #1 value of the day is good for the day only. Donna is calling from New Jersey. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
We're doing really good.
Doing great.
Which one are you picking up?
The 6.5 foot.
Oh, it's a great size. Why did you decide today?
I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and the color options and the ease of putting it together. My husband and I are empty nesters, so this is perfect. and I think the kids, when they do come home, will love it.
Yeah, it's something that we hear a lot, and I hear on Facebook and things like that, is that people love the tree, they love decorating, but as we get older or get busier, we don't have the time to do the decorating. The tree doesn't go up until way late now because it takes so much to do. This allows you to have the joy of Christmas very, very early, enjoy it, not have to worry about the tree dying, and do it on your own quickly.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Oh, we're excited for you.
We're
Enjoy
looking
that
forward
6.5
to
foot.
it, yeah.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Good to
Bye.
talk to you.
Yeah, and I think it's key what Donna's saying. She's right, because you don't have to get down on the ground and water it. There's so much more ease, not only of putting it up and putting it together, but once it's up and taking it down and putting it away. You don't have to worry about all that's in between. Vacuuming, needles, all that other stuff that comes with, comes with the problems.
Here's the other thing. You are going to love the fact that the lights on this, plugged in for the entire season, are going to cost you not $25, not $10, not $5, not $1. 50 cents. 50 cents of power on average for the entire season.
That's incredible.
50 cents to power this. Can you believe that? So if you're thinking, oh, the lights, no. You don't have to string lights, and it doesn't cost hardly anything to power this. That is impressive.
Yeah, it's funny. They used to say, 50 cents or a cup of coffee. Well, I don't know about you, but my
Not
cup
anymore.
of coffee is like $4 these days.
You can't even get it with a coupon for 50 cents.
Yeah, that's right. So 50 cents. So, you think about it. How many years are you going to have this thing? 20 years, 30 years? It's going to cost you, what, $15 over a full lifetime.
Right. Oh,
it's
goodness.
Incredible.
And you're saving on the lights, too. Let me just point that out, because how many years in a row do you go out and buy more lights because one of them broke and the whole strand's out, that type of thing? So you're saving the money there, too. Call in now, because our today's special value is only good for the day today. You've got some choices. You don't have to choose between colors, because it comes with 7 different light options for you, so everybody's happy, and an easy remote just like that. Now, the big guy, the 9-foot, that makes me think of my Auntie Jo and Uncle Joe's house, where we used to go. It was kind of like the entire family would gather. And I think there might even been over 9 feet, but it's that majestic, gorgeous centerpiece of the family. That one is our most limited. That one you can get home for 6 easy payments of $94.83, and you save more than $1,000 by picking it up today. Over here, the 7.5 foot is the next size down that we have. Again, 6 easy payments, and with this one, you are getting more than 600 lights and saving more than $580 by picking it up over retail. If you look around, you will see these trees, and that aren't even done as well, are so expensive. That's why we love that we can have this as a today's special value. The one I think I'm going to pick up, I was trying to figure out, my ceilings are about 6.5 feet. Will this fit? And it's all the way base to tip, 6.5 feet. So don't worry about like a base being extra.
Exactly.
This is the 6.5 foot. Again, 6 easy payments, very, very popular today. And then so many of you are picking up multiple 5-foot trees, because you can put them in different rooms. You can be like one of our show hosts here, Lisa Robertson or Mary Beth Rowe, who decorate room after room, and it's just gorgeous. Put them in different rooms, and at this price, oh my goodness, you're not going to find something like this. The price is 6 easy payments of $38.17 for the 5-foot. Here is the breakdown, in case you're wondering what your easy pay option is going to be. 6 easy payments of $38.17 for the 5-foot, $58.17 for the 6.5, $69.83 for the 7.5, and for the 9-foot, you save more than $1,000, and it is 6 easy payments of $94.83. Wow! But do it today. Our number one value of the day is only good today. We're going to talk more in just a moment about how to assemble this if you missed that, because it's so simple. And we're also going to talk about the continuous on feature, which, that bummer when one of the lights goes out in a light strand and you got to figure out where it is or take the whole strand off and get a new one. Don't have to worry about that with
before
these.
Christmas is what I call
Exactly. But first, let's talk to, am I pronouncing this right? Is it Machita?
Yes.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
We're doing really good. What are you shopping for today?
The Christmas tree. I just absolutely love it. It is gorgeous.
It's so
great to
pretty. You're
hear.
getting the 7.5 foot is what I see.
Yes, and it looks so easy to put together, and that means an awful lot to me.
Have you ever done artificial before?
Yes, I have. In fact, I've owned some artificial trees from you all for a long, long time now. And I was just talking to my sister, Sandra, and I told her, I said, I don't need another tree, but I have just got to have this one.
Right. It's just so, so pretty. What, for you, what is behind a tree? What's the meaning? How does it make you feel around Christmas?
I start decorating in October, and I love Christmas trees. I always have, and it just makes your home feel so warm and cozy. I just love to just sit at night and just look at it.
That's great. Oh, you're going to love this, Pachita. Enjoy that 7.5 foot is very, very popular day, so really enjoy that.
I will.
Thanks for calling.
Machita.
Thank you.
And sit is great because you have your remote. So you can just sit there on your couch and decide what you want them. What you can have a different lighting function for every day of the week.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really just a lot of fun.
We're going to show you, by the way, this is exclusive. You get 7 different functions in this. We're going to show you that in just a second. But first I want us to talk about the continuous on the night before Christmas we have talked about. And after that, if it's possible for us to walk to the other, I'm going to change things up and walk into the other room real quick because I want to show you how some of these have been done with some of the Valerie pieces. But first, what happens if a light goes out?
That's a great question. And you know what? That's a struggle that everybody's had, at least I've had over my days, that, you know, one light comes out and you have to worry about now that the rest of the tree would go dark, or you would lose a strand, or you would lose
It's hard to even break a light here, so don't worry about it.
So the top just came off, but you'll see here that you never have to worry about any section, any strand going out. The rest of them stay lit because all of these are separated from each other. They each have their own, I guess, mind of their own in a way, so they're not connected. So you're not worrying about each one being, going out automatically when the other one comes loose or falls out. You just never know.
And you're seeing it right now go through the different light options. You've got the steady clear, white, which is beautiful. You've got the steady in the colored. You've got the morphing from one to the other. You've got the party functions. You got the pastel.
The parties. Yeah.
They move really fast. I mean, it's so fun to not have to think about it, and just you have your remote right there and you can go from one to the next to the next. 6 easy payments on your major credit card only for the day today, and we can't get any more of these back for the rest of the season. This is the only order of the season on these. You've got the 5 foot, the 6.5, the 7.5, and the 9 foot. Those are your choices that you need to make right now, and it couldn't be easier to put together. In a minute, we're going to show you closer the beauty of the Fraser fir and how these needles look so, so realistic. But first, take a look at some of the features that come in this beautiful piece and that make it a #1 value of the day, today's special value.
Yeah, this easy power technology is so cool. All the power is housed in the trunk there. So all it is putting the pieces on top of each other, and it's just a pin, so you never have to worry about lining up. And the assembly in minutes is also sort of is pre-fluffed with memory steel. Our 7-function LED lights, they basically have a different function for every night of the week, and some that are really different that you'll never find in the marketplace, like a pastel. That light function control box is a backup for your remote that'll be fastened to the underbelly of your tree, and that'll just give you all the control that your remote would do. And then continuous on is what we were talking about earlier. That means a light bulb goes out, don't even sweat it because you'll never even know. And then of course our Fraser fir, where we modeled it right after a real life. We blended a molded tip from that Fraser fir, and that's what's giving it this realistic look.
Which is really the most popular.
Really, yeah.
It feels great too.
It's got the soft needles, exactly as the Fraser fir does. So.
Yeah, which I love. Whether you put it on a landing in a kid's room or it's really the centerpiece. Is this the 7.5 or the 9?
This is actually a 9 foot,
wow,
9 foot tall LED. And you know what the funny part is, that you could never in a million years place the lights
so perfectly.
I don't even know how they do it. I mean,
I know.
I've actually seen it work, and I still can't figure it out.
And that's more than 750 lights that you're getting on that 9 foot, which is gorgeous.
780 lights. That's like 13 light strands that you try to figure out how to get here. I know that mine would be like, 150 here, 200 here.
And you're walking around the back and you're running into things. And then if it's a real tree, it's just shedding like crazy all of those needles. We're gonna walk up and show you how you put this together, because you say, oh, 9 foot tree, great. Now, how on earth am I gonna get that thing together? I'm gonna have to wait for somebody to come help me to get home in order to do it. Not true. Watch how easy this is. Now, these will all come in either 3 or 2 sections?
Yeah, except for the 9 foot, we have that in 5 sections. The reason why we make that in 5 sections, we make sure that no section is too heavy, so you can easily maneuver them around.
And these are super, super lightweight.
Yeah, so easy. So you start here with your X stand. Just place it on the floor, and then here's your first of the 3 pieces. Again, not too heavy, and you just plop it in any which way, and you have 1 plug. So as soon as you plug that in, you get light right away.
More than 9,000 of these ordered today, 3,000 of them here in Saturday Morning Q alone. So please be quick on the phones if you want to get your #1 value of the day, our today's special value. We might not have actual power today.
I think we might have lost
we might have
electricity in the
lost our
back there.
power.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. The next section, again, super, super lightweight, so you don't have to worry about these being too
There
heavy.
we
In fact,
go.
I'm just going to go over and help you.
Sorry,
I
there's
did
so
the top
many.
piece
Yeah,
earlier.
you know, sometimes there's so many wires back here. I must have kicked one out on the back. I'm sorry about that.
Definitely it was Dan's fault.
I just automatically tape blame now. It's easier that way. Look at that. First
pro.
time.
I should have had you do the whole thing.
I know.
I'll stand over here.
I know. You had to show me how. And there's the power. Your power's all built on in there and super simple and falls right into place.
Look at that. One little twist.
And you know what? While we're there, look at how pretty the actual branches are and those leaves. I mean, this Fraser fir, and they've got different types.
Yeah, that's a great point because it gives it dimension. You know, it's not like every single one is the same exact size. You have some of these that are sticking out further than others, and you have what the decorators love here. You have the ability to put those bigger ornaments, those spheres. You know, Valerie has those beautiful spheres that you can stick in here, and you can have that strength of the branch just like the Fraser fir.
Oh, it's stunning.
Yeah.
It's what you want your Christmas to be all about. And the fact that you can get it home now in 7 to 10 days, that means you can get your tree up as soon as you want to. We talked about people who are doing this in October and November. The Christmas season is just so short. We only have 14 Fridays until Christmas right now. Don't wait until the trees come out on the lot or till you have to go figure out how you can get a truck to get one in or go to the stores where they're really, really expensive. Get it home on your #1 value of the day, your today's special value. Pay for it on your major credit card over the next 6 months with a money-back guarantee until January 31st, 2015. So if you use it all season and it didn't give you that Christmas feeling, it's not what you love, you can return it, even if you use it all Christmas season. Look at it with the stockings next to it and those pretty, pretty ornaments next to it. Just so pretty.
It really
Take
is.
a look and see, before we tell you all of your different options again, because I'm going to go through those and I'm going to talk to you about your easy pay breakdown because that makes it so easy. Here's what people are saying or have said about a similar Santa's Best Christmas tree. Love, love, love this tree. Absolutely beautiful. It's thick and full. The light functions are just stunning. Easy to put up in a matter of minutes. I finally found the perfect tree. Also being said, the most beautiful and realistic artificial Christmas tree I've ever seen. It's full and plush, looks like the trees outside of my development. The changing of the lights, it's seamless. The colors are wonderful. It's so easy to assemble. I'm not exactly a young whippersnapper, but my husband and I are able to assemble it quite easily. That's hilarious. And it's true. Often some of the people push back on artificial trees because they look artificial. This has such a great look.
It is, and really, with the help of the QVC buyers here, we have gone through every single detail. Everything down to the wire on the lights matches back to this dark green Fraser,
And it
so
is
you
a
can't
deep
see the
green.
light strands. It's not like you have to worry about that big spaghetti mess, as we call it, where you see all the lights. And even comes with a nice little stocking here that we didn't tell you. This is to hold your remote. So no worries, just stick it right
Hide
in
it
here
right in
when
there.
it's time to go to bed at night. There we go, we'll hang it right on our tree, and we have ourselves.
Because you always lose the remotes with things, you know? This one right here is the 7.5 foot that we've been talking about, and that is really, really popular today. And that comes to you on 6 easy payments on your major credit card with a save more than half off of what you find it for at retail. Behind that is what I'm gonna pick up, the 6.5 foot, also very, very popular today. And we're talking about 6.5 feet from base all the way to
All the
tip.
way
So
to
don't
the
think
top.
you have to add in extra for the base. Again, 6 easy payments. 5 foot, notoriously when Santa's Best brings us trees, the 5 foot goes quickly. And part of the reason why is people can pick up multiples, ship to the same address, save on shipping and handling, and put them in different rooms. Perhaps you already have the tree that you have for one room. Get this one for a different room, for the kids' room, for the dining room, for the playroom, whatever it might be.
Yeah, the versatility is great.
Yeah,
You're
it's
exactly
great.
right.
And then it just makes you happy to look at it and be next to it. You feel like you're in a forest. It's the
Right.
9 foot. You save more than $1,000 by picking it up today here at QVC, and you get it on 6 easy payments on your major credit card, but that's only available today.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
Incredible. I mean, you'd never be able to find a tree with this majestic look, this full, where the branches are built from the back out, and then have 7 functions of lighting technology. It's just not out there because we have the years and years of experience of doing this, over 100 years. And when we brought the first pre-lit tree in here to the United States, we couldn't have envisioned it would have come this far, but you know what? All the work, all the hard work, and staying ahead of it has brought us where we are today. We're pretty happy and excited to be here.
No more having to decide. You get colored lights, you get the clear, you also get the pastel, you get, I like to call them the dancing lights because they go back and forth, you get the morphine, whatever.